Hey there, welcome back to Damn Tasty Vegan. It's your friend Maria Rose. Today I have 3 vegan comfort food recipes and they only have 5 ingredients. So they're perfect for those nights when you're feeling a little lazy, you might not want to cook, you want something quick and easy, but still satisfying. So let's hang out for a little bit and I'll show you exactly how to make these recipes.
Up first, we have this easy 5 ingredient vegan lasagna. So start with a layer of pasta sauce, just whatever marinara pasta sauce you have on hand. And then you layer your noodles in. Pro tip for my fellow lazy cooks out there, you don't need to boil the lasagna noodles beforehand. Even if you don't have the no boil pasta, you can do it to just regular lasagna noodles. Then instead of ricotta cheese, we're going to be using hummus. You can do store-bought hummus or homemade hummus. If you want to make it a little bit more tangy, just add a little bit of lemon juice to it and stir it in there. Yeah, hummus works as a fantastic ricotta cheese replacement. Then one more layer of noodles. And instead of ground beef, we're going to be using lentils. You can use canned lentils or you can make your own. I just made mine really quickly in the Instant Pot, super easy. And then the rest of the jar of pasta sauce. Now, I always use a jar of pasta sauce and I think it looks really saucy, but I always wish I had used more. And my mom always tells me that you need to use a lot of pasta sauce with your lasagna. So use at least a jar and a half or 2 jars of it because this will come out dry otherwise. I know it looks super saucy, but when it bakes for an hour, it all dries up. So use at least a jar and a half or 2 jars. Now you want to add another layer of your noodles and one more layer of the hummus ricotta. You might need about 2 packages of this or, just a big batch of homemade hummus. And this is another tip from my mom. You top with a can of diced tomatoes. It just adds a nice texture to the lasagna, helps keep it nice and moist and delicious. This is in addition to the jar and a half, 2 jars of sauce already. Now to keep it nice and moist, we're gonna put about 1/3 of a cup of water in there. Now I didn't do it in this video, but rinse out your empty jar of pasta sauce with this water so that you can get the bits of the sauce that are left in the jar and then pour it in there. And just kind of move the edges around to get the water to kind of sink down. And top with your favorite vegan cheese. Cover it with aluminum foil or a baking sheet because I didn't have aluminum foil on hand. Bake at 350 covered and then 10 minutes uncovered after that. Up next, we have a super comforting, easy mushroom stroganoff. So melt your butter and add a small onion. We're gonna saute that for a minute. And we're going to add a pound of mushrooms. I love to use either baby Bella or just white button mushrooms. After they've cooked down for a bit, add about a teaspoon of dried thyme and about 5 cloves of chopped garlic. I love a lot of garlic. And I think this is either 1 or 2 cups of vegan beef flavored broth. And I just stirred in 2 to 3 tablespoons of cornstarch in there to thicken up the sauce. So then we add that to the mushrooms after the mushrooms and onions and garlic have cooked down for a bit. Then you want to add about 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Just check the label to make sure that there's no anchovies in it. A lot of brands are actually accidentally vegan, usually the cheaper brands. So check that. And then you want to add about 1/2 of a cup of vegan sour cream and just let it kind of simmer. I love to top it with a sprinkle of nutmeg and then add fresh parsley. Top this over your favorite pasta and you've got a delicious meal. This is Japanese golden curry, or it's often called curry rice. We learned this recipe from our Japanese exchange students growing up. So this is my childhood comfort food. So first you want to just heat up a little bit of oil and we're going to saute our mushrooms. This recipe is either made with chicken or beef cubes. I like to use mushrooms instead because we're a vegan cooking channel. You could use vegan beef or vegan chicken. You want to saute the mushrooms and onions first. Then you add peeled and chopped carrots and potatoes. Look how hearty this is. It's like a curry stew. It's so delicious. Then you just want to add enough water to just barely cover all of the vegetables. And we're going to cover this and cook this on a medium heat until the vegetables are nice and fork tender. This is what the package of the curry cubes looks like. You can find this in the international section of most grocery stores. If you can't find it at your grocery store, you will be able to find it at an Asian grocery store. It comes in mild, medium, or hot spice. So if you don't like a lot of spice, just get the mild. It has no spice in it, the mild. And then you want to add enough cubes to thicken up the water. I used about 3. Keep it on a simmer and just stir it until the cubes melt and thicken up the sauce. Just like this. I had some tofu on hand and I needed to use up, so I added some tofu to it. It's not traditionally in it, but you know, you can kind of just cater this to your own tastes. So now it's ready to serve, and in my opinion, you can't serve curry rice with anything other than white rice. So forget the brown rice, white rice is the way to go with this dish. So there you have it. There's 3 comforting, easy, delicious vegan recipes for you. I hope you love these recipes. Let me know what you want to see next, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye.